The Chinese telecom company Huawei Technologies in the spotlight after its chief financial officer was arrested on Saturday in Vancouver. Joining us with more is BNN Bloomberg's John Ehrlichman. First of all, market reaction, big to this.
Harsh. Yesterday, when this first developed to the point where it is right now, we saw, for example, in the U.S., the Dow was off more than 785 points. It came back, but we saw some steep selling in Canada, and there's still some pressure in the pre-market this morning. Markets hate uncertainty. China's a huge growth market for Canadian companies and U.S. companies. I mean, you go down the list, Canada Goose or Roots, or in the United States, Starbucks or Apple.
Right.
It's a very important market, and it's going to keep growing. So if ultimately those businesses aren't able to do the same kind of business in China, well, investors think there's going to be a problem.
You know, you take a look at our trade agreements with China, and we've stepped sort of in the middle of this trade war with the U.S. and with China. U.S. ordering this arrest to happen. It happens on Canadian soil to the prominent telecommunications company in China.
Absolutely.
Where does that leave us in terms of trade? It was like it forced us to pick sides, and we picked a side.
It has felt like that, and we just went through basically a year plus of getting a new trade deal done with the United States. And through that process, there was always a talk of, well, if we can't get a new deal done, we can always look to China. But every time you get a step closer to that, people raise questions about China and about having those
construction companies were another one.
Huge issues. So those weren't going away. So I think that's a fair way to look at it, picking sides. And Canada right now, in a big way, is caught in the middle, but obviously for now, staying more to the side of the United States.
How will this affect the company over in China? Because the media backlash towards this arrest has been very harsh. Canada are hooligans and other language like that.
It is obviously big. This company, Huawei, has become the second largest smartphone maker in the world. I mean, they have big ambitions, and a lot of people have actually compared this to, say, you know, if Steve Jobs' daughter had been arrested in China. So that's been the reaction there as well. So we'll keep watching this.
All right, you will be throughout the day on BNN Bloomberg. Thanks, John.